like registered for this event, maybe like 35 people.
Oh,
Do
okay.
they have the correct link?
Yeah, it's in the description of Meetup. Not description, but once you RSFP, you should be able to see it.
Yeah. Have I told you I've got a magic trackpad from Apple?
What is it?
It's like a very, very huge trackpad that you have on a laptop, but yeah, but by Apple and
Okay.
therefore expensive, but it's really good. And yeah,
Is it like for something for artists or for usual
no,
people?
it's just a general purpose trackpad
Okay.
instead of like using a mouse, because I really hate the Apple mouses because they have like the charging port on the uh, on the bottom of the device, so you can't use it while you charge it.
Mhm.
You have to put it like uh,
Yeah, you have to kill it for the
yeah,
time of charging.
it's super stupid, this product. And
Mhm.
yeah, and I really enjoy like using those trackpads by Apple.
So I saw the GitHub free hosting. So for Kubernetes, apart from Civio and I see one more. What is that? Platform 9. Civio, that Cube 100 beta, I think it is expired. That offer is not present.
Okay, we have to double check. I was not aware that it's already expired. But do you know any additional services?
I think they have given in 2009.
Do you know any additional services that allow?
That's what I'm just trying to get.
Sorry, I'll shut up. Continue. Go on.
No. So in Google GKE, you will get a $200 credit. So that is one which I know.
Yeah, it's kind of general purpose. Yeah, Google Cloud Credit. You can get similar one like on AWS and Azure as well. So
I'm currently in the free trial phase of Google Cloud, but I have no idea how to spend this money. Literally, I have like, I use like all of the serverless technologies, and I spend like $1 per month. And after this free trial, I will
so much.
After that free trial, I will maybe have spent like $10 in total or something like that. It's I really don't know how to spend those.
What programming language are you using for the serverless functions?
It's either Node.js, which is then mostly TypeScript or JavaScript if I'm a little bit lazy, or Go, or for like Cloud Run, I use Dart, which is, I do that because I write like Flutter apps for the front end, and I can then like extract the business logic and put it on the cloud in like those container-based Cloud Run environments.
Does Flutter allow any serverless functions as well, or should you go Google Cloud for this purpose?
I mean, Flutter is just like a front-end framework, so.
Oh no, I didn't mean. Did I say Flutter? I meant
Yes,
Firebase. Sorry,
Firebase.
Firebase.
Firebase, they have like cloud functions, but they are just for Node.js, so it means TypeScript or JavaScript.
Okay. Yeah.
A little bit limiting.
Yeah.
And I hope they are rolling out those Firebase cloud functions for other languages, because that's, I think, one of the only ways to like use database triggers and all of those. Google Cloud Storage triggers and all of that stuff. Yeah, but we'll see.
So it is 4 minutes past 5 p.m. In the Central European time. We can kick off this meeting today. The goal of this meeting will be to brainstorm and put down in a written way at best what are the free opportunities to host your projects as a developer. And answering Satish's question before, it's not necessarily something like for sandboxing, like to play with the thing. We are talking about production system here, you know, something like being a developer pretty much opens you a lot of opportunities to not only develop your projects, which can be done also locally, but also host them on a reliable infrastructure. And I'm going to share with you all a direct link to one of our repositories where we actually collect this information. It's called github.com/cloud-community, written together, /free-hosting. And it's just basically a collection of information what we have, locations and places, providers that allow for free hosting. And speaking of hosting, we mean different kind of technologies here, not only traditional one like a virtual machine, but also, or a shared hosting, you know, back in the days. But also serverless functions, like where could you host them, and many other platforms that are available out there. If you have any information of this kind, feel free to speak up or write in the chat if you're a shy person, and let us know. You know, we are sharing information with each other. We have, I know Lucas is here. He has some experience with DigitalOcean and some extensive experience with Google Cloud. I do have some experience with hosting on AWS within their free tier, also exceeding the free tier. Pretty good experience also with Oracle Cloud. They have an amazing free tier and some other services out there. So yeah, that will be the goal for today. Feel free to jump in anytime, speak up. There's no kind of order like to request a voice, just whenever you want, jump in. So Lucas, the question for today, who will be sharing the screen?
You?
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Okay, let me share my tab. Basically, it will be the same place that I shared with you in the chat. I will go for a tab sharing. Okay, here's the tab. It should propagate now. Let me know once you see something. In this repository, we have, by the way, 6 contributors, what is amazing. Anyone can contribute to this place. If you have any information whatsoever, feel free to submit a pull request. It will be reviewed and approved if it's appropriate. Here, just to advertise our main organization at GitHub. Let me share another tab. This is the root location of our organization at GitHub. I say organization because it's a terminology used. It's a GitHub terminology, basically. So yeah, it's called Cloud Community here. But our community itself is called Cloud Study Network. We go by Cloud Community here on GitHub. What you can do, if you want to have a nice badge of our organization on your GitHub profile, you can use this invite link hosted on Heroku, another amazing provider which provides some free tier for developers, small apps. This is exactly what we do here. You can use this link to, in a self-service way, just to join our organization here. And it's not a prerequisite to contribute to any of the repository here. You will see here plenty of interesting stuff. Free certifications, like a list and review of free certifications out there, probably already outdated. Free for open source, some stuff for open source projects, and so on and so forth. So plenty of stuff. And among them is also free hosting, which we are going to work in today. We have 21 stars. If you are on GitHub, feel free to star it. It will increase visibility on GitHub. Let's go quickly through the whole README. This is the README file here. Free hosting, that's the name of the repository. Amazing service here. If you didn't know about it, bookmark it. free-4.dev, free for developers basically. It's a great and huge list of some amazing person put it together. I'm sharing this website now. A great list of free resources for developers. And users probably wouldn't make a real use of it because you have to be developer, like at least a techie, to understand how this whole thing works, different like databases and so on and so forth. So amazing resource, but a pretty huge one. Just to go through it alone, you see the whatever, the runner here, the list is really huge. It will take you a few hours to, and to check out every single one, it will take definitely a few days. Not to go this wild, that's why the reason we created this repository here, to have a concise list of resources. Static pages is new stuff, on the new guy on the block, in the text among the tech stacks. We are crazy with Lucas about Jamstack. That's a pretty cool new way to develop web applications and host them more so even. We did have a first session, I guess 3 weeks ago or so. We went to the main Jamstack providers and listed some data about like key data about their hosting here, and what you will find here in this list. Netlify is here, Vercel, Cloudflare Pages, a new player in this on this market segment. DigitalOcean app platform is also here. What we haven't watched into or like looked into is Render, Search, Layer 0, S3, yeah, and some other services here. Okay, yeah, GitHub pages got reviewed by us, and GitLab pages we managed to review as well. Object storage, yeah, PHP, Ruby programming language, Kubernetes. We were talking before the opening of this call. Some databases, also managed databases, are listed here. Serverless functions. This one is also interesting. We are definitely going to expand this table. That's it. That's pretty much it. I guess we will start with the next services here. Give them a quick review and see what we can record here in our table. And feel free to use this table here or this repository anytime for your development, for your productive systems. It's not only about development. This is what you can use in a productive way. Yeah. Anything to add? Anyone? Any questions? No? Okay. Lucas, are you still there?
Yes, I'm here.
Cool. Okay, so what we can do, we can either go one by one jointly, or we can distribute the load. And last time there was someone in the call who took over GitHub pages or GitLab pages, I don't remember, and figured
yeah, GitHub. Because there's so much text, it should be this one.
Yeah, probably.
And
so,
I already used the time to look into Render, which seems to be really interesting.
Okay. Do you want to edit it directly, or should I do it?
I can do this.
Okay.
And
anyone willing to take over, for example, search or Firebase hosting and look up this data, which we can store here. Yeah. The name of the free plan, build minutes, if you can find it, how many concurrent builds, free outbound transfer, storage space, and so on. This data.
Mm-hmm. I
Layer
like 0 edit it for myself.
Okay.
The amazing thing with Render is that they have like unlimited build minutes.
We saw it already somewhere, right?
I think no one has unlimited build minutes. It's really crazy.
Wow, okay.
Because that's like you can build your sites very often there and don't pay anything. That's really great.
Mm-hmm.
And also, as it seems, they don't have like a limit on the number of sites you host there.
Hopefully, they will not go out of business soon with this gracious free tier plan.
Current builds also seems to be unlimited, but the only thing is they limit outbound transfer.
Okay.
And that is 100 gigabytes, which is also a lot. And
yeah.
Yeah, the very interesting thing is they also seem to have like unlimited server space for the static sites. It's really interesting.
Okay, so you're taking care of this provider called Render, right?
Yes.
Then I will take care of search, or we will take care of search. Let me just share the tab. Search. What is search? Okay. Let's go by search hosting. Here we have it. Yeah, that's a unusual domain name. It's search.sh. Interesting. Okay. That's for one thing. Actually it's noted here, the homepage, as you can see. Nice. That's a kind of strange way how we put it. The links here. Actually, we can spare the whole website column. What do you think? It can be here as integrated into the name of the service, right?
Yeah, it should be maybe.
Yeah. Okay.
I've now added Render.
Yeah. Commit your edit, and we will be able to update it.
Do they have like any logo or something?
No idea. They should have something, I guess. Okay, let's go into the editing mode here. So here's the search. Nice. We will put it like this. This is a markdown what we are using, so don't be surprised. It's pretty straightforward markup language. Similar to Wiki in a way, but still slightly different. Okay, Lucas, are you also editing this README page right now?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Let me maybe first.
Yeah. Should I commit first and then you can continue? Or you checked out already?
I have like some. Do you have any?
You know what? I will just keep the editing to myself without committing. We'll go to cancel here, so you feel free to commit whenever you want.
Yeah.
And I will add my modifications later on. Okay, we have the homepage. Let's get back to the search. We have the homepage here. Switching to the actual tab. Let's go to the pricing list. Okay, here we have it. They have two plans actually. The search plan is a free one, free tier, and the professional plan is a paid one. So we have the name of the plan. It's called Search. I will just copy it somewhere. Search. Okay. Unlimited publishing, custom domain, basic is SSL. Nice.
So Karan, can I edit layer O?
Yeah, sorry, what do you want? What did you want?
Can I edit layer O?
Yeah. Let me see where it is. Layer 0, right? Layer 0. Yeah, feel free. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. I'm just updating that.
Okay, that's what's strange about search. They don't actually like disclose all those things. At least not on their pricing page. What's really strange? Yeah.
As I understand it, unlimited publishing means like
unlimited sites, right? You can host there.
I think it doesn't mean sites, but it means build minutes. Because that you can like republish it how often you want, but because if you go back to this overview, you have like search.sa pricing, and they say unlimited projects only with the professional plan.
Okay. Oh, okay, got it. I'm going through the documentation, trying to find some more details. But
I mean,
yeah,
it doesn't seem like they have build minutes at all, because it seems like they are using other continuous deployment or services.
Yeah. Okay, that's really if anyone from Search is watching us, it's really confusing, because before we dive in and create an account and so on and so forth, a developer would like to know in advance, like what he or she is signing up for, what are the limitations. And here's nothing about it. There are only 3 lines here about the features of this plan. Okay, you can compare them to these features here on a professional plan, but in my opinion, it's not enough. You have to provide some kind of if you could have like a nice table with checkboxes, what is included, what is not, would be amazing. And even not in the documentations, they don't have any more details. Getting started with search, okay. No, it doesn't really help.
For me, it looks like that they only provide like the CDN and like tools to upload it, but don't provide like the some kind of build process.
But they actually, I saw something in this relation. I think they also support it.
But
Here you see they're also integrating with Travis CI.
Yeah, but the
Git hooks, GitHub Actions, deploying continuously using GitHub Actions. So it's not just a CDN. It's, I guess there is some.
but I mean, it looks like that, or when you compare it to Netlify, Netlify has like already included the everything, like the build process and the continuous deployment CD tool, and looks like they are working with external tools to do that job.
Yeah, could be. So yeah, again, they write here about the search CDN. This is probably their main product. Content delivery network. Okay, but definitely it looks interesting. You know, it seemed to be that they have a pretty gracious, like a free tier plan, but unfortunately not many details that we can put in our table.
Because it doesn't have like all the features the others have.
Okay, so
and I added the file.
Yeah, you can. Just put, I don't know, like maybe question marks or dashes there or nothing.
Okay, the plan is just called search.
Exactly.
And build minutes. None.
Seem to be unlimited or none. Yeah, none.
And then current builds, none. And we have outbound transfer. Seems to be unlimited. Or could you go back to maybe to the pricing page?
Let me just look it up. Search outbound traffic.
Storage.
You said something about 100 gigabytes. Was it? It was in a relation of render, I guess, right?
Yes.
Not search. Yes. So I cannot find anything actually about search outbound traffic limitation.
But we have to also maybe find out how many pages you can host there for free.
I wonder how these guys are earning money. Yeah, I couldn't find earlier. I went almost through the whole site, and unfortunately, I couldn't find any details. This is like a big downside for them. I mean, I would expect this information to be published somewhere. And if they don't have any limitation, it's even better than put it somewhere, you know, use it in an advertisement.
But I'm not sure how many projects are like included. For me, it looks like it's just one that is in the free plan.
Yeah, it's not very bad. I mean, even to host one website with this gracious free tier, it's not bad at all. Probably can create different accounts for different projects as well.
Can you look like which sources for the deployment are there?
There's definitely a CLI.
Yeah, that for sure. And I've like also added CI/CD tools because you can do it with Yeah. There's a CI/CD tool. CI/CD tools can be integrated, like Travis CI or something like that.
Yeah, integrating with Travis CI, CodeShip, Circle CI.
Yeah.
This is what is. They have articles about it on
Yeah.
in their help section.
Yeah. Do they have like another thing other than their? I mean the CLI tools. Complicated. Okay, what's the next?
So Karen, I have updated and created a PR.
Oh, nice.
Great.
I will just quickly upload, post my changes for search.
And then approve.
Search professional.
Maybe afterwards we should jump to Firebase hosting. Lucas seemed to be informed about most of the features there.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
Okay, we have some merge conflicts because I added the new line. How to resolve this? I don't know.
I mean, you can just, yeah, should be resolvable, right?
Yeah, but the GitHub UI is not very nice. The problem is that it takes like my line
Exactly.
and overrides it. Yeah. I can like manually copy my line and then will approve like the changes. And then after that I will put in my line again.
Oh, actually I'm messing right now with the code here. Yeah, I think I was able to resolve it. If you want, I can commit. Okay, let me commit it. Or if there is this feature marked as resolved, commit merge. Let's try it.
And see if it's broken or if it's working.
Merge pull request. Yoo-hoo.
Okay.
It should be online now.
Yeah.
Okay, search is there. Layer 0 is also there. Oh, here's link is missing, but with layer 0, I think we have a missing link to the home page. Wait a minute. Oh. It went further. Something is wrong here. For some reason, let me just look into it. Okay.
Can you add CLI as well? Because you have a CLI tool too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, new lines got interpreted something like somewhat weirdly. Okay, now it should be more or less okay. Okay, so what to add here with Surge? You said CLI, right? Or
After,
CLI?
yeah, after GitHub. No, it's not Surge, it's
here.
layer 0.
Yeah. CLI is also there, okay.
Okay, and it seems to be that there is no, well, I don't know if they have like some build minutes or something, then we should write like none into there are still some empty fields. Let's write like none or that.
Yeah, we have a lot of information here. So that's maybe just too much. Okay, I mean, yeah, that's okay. Yeah, Lucas, here you mentioned build minutes and concurrent builds are not known with layer 0, right?
I think they are also just a CDN provider
CDN.
without.
So none.
Continuous deployment.
Okay.
I mean, they have like a Git hook, but that isn't like fully.
Okay. Let's put none there then. I'm not 100% sure that it's all true, but once any of us tries it out, if there will be some discoveries, feel free to change this table. It's not like the final true here, it's just sometimes our guesses. Yeah, let's jump into Firebase. You as a professional, Lucas, in Firebase.
Firebase, okay.
Yes.
I maybe can do this from like without looking up all of this stuff.
Okay. That's why we have you here today. So they have for sure they have a CLI. I can already see it from the documentation. GitHub seem to be also supported, right?
But I think that's only with GitHub Actions, but yeah. We can like write down that it has no build minutes, no
nice.
No concurrent builds, and let me just write it there. The free plan is called Spark Plan.
Okay.
See, yeah. Plan none.
Spark, exactly.
And we have outbound transfer. That is, let's see, 360 megabytes per day. That's an interesting limitation.
It's a daily limitation, basically.
Yeah.
How much would it be per month? Let's see. Let me quickly calculate it. So if we take
10 gigabytes, I think
360. Yeah, it's about 10 gigabytes or 10,800. Should be more or less like 10 gigabyte, I guess.
I will write that down as well.
Okay. But like scientifically correctly, it would be like 360 megabytes a day because you could have some spikes theoretically. On weekends, it would be more relaxed and,
Exactly. And the storage seems to be 10 gigabyte for free. It's okay. But I mean, I think you will never max that out because you will just, most of the
Storage.
time you will.
Storage is 10 gigabyte in total, right?
Yeah. I mean, you also have like, if you have that much of data, 10 gigabytes is a lot. You would definitely like use a block storage or some other service like Google Cloud Storage or something where you can like better manage your files, like upload them individually and not something like that. Okay, then you looked at some.
They even have like free performance monitoring, what's really nice. And I have no idea what the predictions. Have you used predictions, Lucas? Whatever it is.
Okay. I think I didn't use it.
Maybe they predict that data spikes or traffic spikes based on the previous like data of the previous week or something like this.
Could be, but yeah. Let's see. Is there like another? From what I know, they only have like CLI or an integration with CI/CD tools that is also like using their CLI tool. I think also the GitHub integration or Git integrations are based on like GitHub actions that then will be executed and uploaded to Firebase hosting, and they will like automatically generate you the GitHub actions in your repository. That's quite nice, but it's not like a GitHub hook based on their side like a Git.
Can you say what's the difference between cloud storage and usual storage, hosting storage?
Cloud storage is basically if you have an app and you want to upload like photos users take in your app, then you can do that with cloud storage, and you can upload them individually and you get an URL for each image. And that's basically what cloud storage is for. And hosting is just for like the web app you are hosting. You want to bring to life.
And probably you cannot store, let users store the data among your HTML files or whatever you are hosting there, right? Among your web.
With Firebase hosting, you can only like make a full deployment where you deploy everything of your app and not like those granular updates when you just want to update one file or upload one file or delete one file.
Like with FTP, for example, right?
Yeah, you can't. I think you can't do those operations with Firebase hosting. Although, they can detect if you're re-uploading something that only 10 files of the 500 files change, and then will only re-upload those 10 files. But it's just meant to host like web apps and not like the user content and big big data and all of that stuff. And yeah.
Okay.
Let's see what the number of sites are. This is kind of limited by Firebase. They have some quota, but it's not that transparent how many projects you can host.
Yeah, it's not listed here, at least in this table.
Yeah, they make this more individually. You have like a soft limit or something, and they adjust it by how often you add a credit card to a project, because billing is controlled by Google Cloud. So if you add your billing accounts to some projects, they will like increase your quota a little bit in the background, but you will maybe not experience it that much. And
so you need to put down a credit card, right? In case, like, in order to use their free tier.
Normally
not. No.
I think not, but yeah, if you want to like if you want to host like 60 projects or something on Firebase, you have to like manually write to their customer support that they should increase your quota and stuff like that. And yeah.
Okay. That could be like a separate column, payment.
We already have like number of sites. I will put it in there. What should I write there? Limited.
fair use or something like this. I don't know.
Limited to.
Don't go crazy.
Firebase project, number of projects. Okay. No. It's typically lower than 30.
Then I mean you can put unlimited there and theoretically.
Limited and but I just read like 10 projects or something. But there is like a thread on.
Okay, let's look it up. Firebase projects.
There is a thread on the Stack Overflow, which
30. It's 30. Let me share it with you here. Firebase restricts the total number of Firebase apps within the Firebase project to 30.
But that means like apps. That is
okay.
Not like
okay.
A whole different thing.
Got it.
But then another thing is, I think they introduced that you can host multiple sites inside a Firebase project. Let us see how. That is also another thing then. Like, this is another thing than apps. This is like hosting sites. How many can you host there? You see, add another site. I will try to max it out here for some project.
Yeah, so it's not defined officially, I guess, but it seemed to be that you can have up to 10 projects and every project can have up to 30 apps. So I would put it there like this: 10 projects, multiple 30 apps.
I don't know if those are apps, because apps seem to me to be like native apps. I think this has to do with the credentials they generate you to add to mobile apps, and I think that's a whole different thing.
Yeah. Anyways, I think you can have like, at least we know you can have up to 10 Firebase projects. Maybe you can just simply put it there. 10 projects.
Yeah, but I'm currently like trying how many websites I can add in one project, because it's also a thing.
I mean, he shouldn't be necessarily like scientifically correct here, you know. Just a rough estimation would more or less be sufficient.
Yeah. Okay, now I'm at 10 sites for one project, and I will look how many I can add.
Ah, okay. You're trying it out live.
Yeah. But I will first like commit it and let me see. Okay.
Okay, let's wait until Lucas commits so that we can see some information on Firebase.
Yeah. One thing wasn't answered. I think the next pricing step is also important to note that. And it's like for storage, you pay 0.026 gigabyte per gigabyte per month, and for transfer, it's $0.15 per gigabyte. Yeah. Okay. I think this will work. Okay.
Oh, I think it got a little bit messy here. Yeah, some of the lines are, for some reason, shifted to the next line. Some columns.
Oh no.
Let me see what's wrong here. CLI, CI/CD. Okay. Oh, number of sites.
There is a line break at $0.15.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So line breaks should be removed, and I also spotted something is wrong with search. For some reason, it's CLI CI/CD in the column of number of sites. So probably this columns got shifted or swapped with search. Okay. Are you fixing this broken line?
Okay, I will do search.
Okay, cool.
Search. What have I done here? So,
okay, so we have 7 minutes left. What are we going to? What other important providers are here? I would say we pretty much covered the most important ones. There are a few left. Azure Blob, I don't know, like I haven't used it actually yet. GCP Cloud Storage, AWS Amplify, and S3. I mean, and Bitbucket. Bitbucket was completely neglected by us.
yeah,
but it's not very popular either.
Who is using Bitbucket?
Yeah, Bitbucket.
Okay, I mean, there are, I guess, some teams, and maybe those teams who are using Atlassian tools.
Yeah, Atlassian fanboys are using Bitbucket, or someone who is forced to use Bitbucket. some corporate customers.
So. Yeah.
Okay. So Lucas, are you fixing the Firebase? It's still like on the next Ghost select.
I fixed both.
Okay, cool.
I think.
Let's see.
Nice.
Yeah, looks better. Yeah. You know what I would suggest in this last 5 minutes that we got, we can just move the filled ones to the top, and the blank ones to the bottom, so that we have on top, we have all the field lines with field providers, and on the bottom we have leftovers.
I mean, what I would be really interested in was Amplify hosting, AWS Amplify hosting, because that's like in the same category as Firebase hosting. Would be interesting. And then we have like the third, the last category that is like AWS S3 or Google Cloud Storage or Azure Blob. They are like in the same category. Let me just move all of the stuff.
Okay, you are moving it. Then I will not do it because I already went to the source control. But yeah, do it. Feel free to do it.
Okay, AWS S3.
But I'm wondering if Amplify is actually free.
Yeah, that's interesting to find. Maybe to just find out at the end of this session.
Let's see. Amplify plans. There's something like this. AWS Amplify pricing. Oh, well, yeah, this free tier is a tricky beast because it goes only for 1 year and it's not really timely unlimited, I guess.
Do you think so?
Yeah, like they have their AWS basic free tier is only valid for the first 12 months as you create your new account.
They write it there. The free tier expires at the end of your 12-month AWS free trial term.
Yeah, I think lately, like a few years ago, they introduced always free. Like some fraction of services are capable to be always free to a certain degree. It could be also covering it. Definitely, I guess it covers S3 to up to 5 GB or something like this. It could also theoretically cover Amplify, but I'm not 100% sure about it. Okay, they have some examples here.
Okay.
Yeah, my current guess is that Amplify is only free within this free tier.
Yeah, I think they also write it.
It's just only for 12 months, and then you have to start paying to them.
But I mean, that's also not that bad. If you mind.
For 1 year, it's not bad. And after 1 year, if you have another credit card and you have to put down a credit card, this is also a tricky moment. For one thing, I know not everyone has a credit card, and then not everyone is ready to put down a credit card to use a free service. So yeah, that's there are pros and cons with particularly with AWS.
Okay. Can you find out something like?
That's pretty much, I guess, as I said. You can see here with the AWS free usage tier, you can get started for free upon sign up. New AWS customers receive 1,000 build minutes per month for the build and deploy feature, and I don't know what this double star means. 1 double star 5 GB. Okay, that's strange. 1 double star 5 GB served per month, and double star 5 GB data storage per month for the hosting feature. I mean, it's complicated. I'm not getting it. Like, I don't know. I would rather try another services before I go with AWS currently. And I'm using AWS. But if I would not have an account in the first place already, I would just for static website hosting, I would probably go another path. Not to create here a new account and mess with their like complicated pricing. They should have a pricing calculator somewhere there, but
it could be interesting if you have like all of the other stuff on AWS Amplify, like your database and just for the sake of just having one.
I guess in this case you just go ahead and create an instance there, and that's it. You don't care so much, and you will just basically watch what kind of invoice you get at the end of the month, and they have a breakdown invoice like to certain portions or services, and you can figure out like how much you spend there. I guess not very much, but still, you know. And you are right, if you're anyway like using AWS Lambda or stuff like this, why not to use the same service provider or static like, and S3, it's underneath is, I guess, is using S3. S3 is the most worldly known static site hosting or static web hosting, I guess. Yeah. So, are there any questions, any additional opinions or advices from anyone in the room? Were you able, Lucas, to update the page with like sort?
Yeah, I have done that, but I'm also adding AWS Amplify to it.
Okay.
But I have some open points here. One is like how from
so current
source providers.
Go ahead, Sajesh.
Anything on Kubernetes? I'm more interested.
Kubernetes. Let me look it up quickly.
So we have only 2 options only, right?
Unfortunately, yes. I guess there are more. There should be. Let me think real quickly. I think Rancher should have something, and this Red Hat stuff. You know, I forgot their service they run. Redshift or something like this. And basically every cloud provider, like major cloud provider, has some free tier for Kubernetes as well.
For example, Google Cloud writes, new customers can use $300 in free credits to try out GKE, for example.
Yeah, it's a kind of nice trial, but it's not like something what you can use like a long term, right? And stay in the free tier, I mean. Here we have a nice overview, exactly what Lucas said right now. GCP $300 credits, Azure $200, IBM Cloud. Oh, a single worker node cluster along them with container registry like other cloud providers. Okay. It seemed to be even long-term free. That's interesting. Worth to check it out, like IBM Cloud. Alibaba, I wouldn't bother, but they also provide $300 credit for this. This is what I meant. OpenShift. Oh, okay, only 60 days. That's pity.
No, right. OpenShift is not free because I'm part of IBM. I know OpenShift clusters are very expensive.
But they say like for a trial period of 30 days, 60 days, a single node pass over Kubernetes.
It seems to be it is not updated.
Okay. Oh, okay. Katacoda.
Initially, they kept, I think 1 year or 1.5 year back, they are giving 1 GB of your cluster size you can host. So 1 or 2 apps you can just try on OpenShift cluster, and so if you want to try to deploy some additional apps, you need to remove some of the existing apps.
Oh, got it. Okay, so we have here two services at least. Try K8s.com provides a playground for trying Kubernetes for free, and also Kubesale Kubesale. Once you sign up with your GitHub account, you can get a Kubernetes cluster for learning Kubernetes. It's not like productive hosting here, but to play around, that's not bad actually. If it's still true, I mean. Let's see when this article was written. Oh, it's December of 2019. Could be outdated already. But yeah, I would give it a try. Try Kubernetes.com. Let's open and see if it doesn't look good. Really, is that okay? Okay, let's try a different thing. Let's try Kubesale. Kubesale. Okay, Kubesale seems to be at least working. Let me share the tab again. Okay, Kubesale is working. So the idea here, once you sign up with your GitHub, you should be able to create a Kubernetes cluster and play with this. But it's not nothing really what can be used for the production. Okay, something went wrong with my screen sharing. And that's what we have here. Simply how free Kubernetes hosting. What is this? What is OpenShift Online? Interesting. Yeah, again, these guys also are mentioning Kubesale. So it seemed to be Kubesale alleged sandbox to play with Kubernetes. Katacoda, what about? Oh, wait a moment. Katacoda is the most used platform for playing with Kubernetes. There are different flavors of Kubernetes clusters, which you can use, including a Minikube version. That's O'Reilly's Katacoda environment. Interesting. But it's basically a tutorial with an online environment. That's not really. It's not.
Katacoda is more of a tutorial based.
Yeah.
Even whatever the instruction has, you can only do that. Apart from that, you can't do anything.
Sure. Yeah, but Kubesale at least seemed to be a legit managed Kubernetes provider here. That would probably worth including to our list. What do you think, guys? Lucas, are you done with your?
We can add, but I want at least somebody tried the cluster and see everything is okay, and then let's put on so that it reduces the other person effect going and coming back.
I'm currently like editing the whole document because I removed like
So Karan, I will try some on Kubernetes and I will upload some information. So
yeah, so you see we have this Kubernetes section. If you will have it, if you can add anything here or edit, it will be amazing.
Yeah. Because currently everybody or as a developer we are struggling on Kubernetes environment because in local also it's not easy thing to install and it consumes a lot of space and other things. But if in cloud we can containerize our application and put it in the Docker Hub, and then we can easily deploy it in any of the providers.
Yeah. I remember our guys who were running this Kubernetes. What was it? Kubernetes class. A few occasions of it. Prem and some of his friends, they were also struggling sometimes, create a Kubernetes environment to demonstrate some kind of behavior and so on. So yeah, seemed to be a real challenge among DevOps engineers and learners for one thing. Yeah. Lucas, is it okay if I will have a small edit here in the file, or are you in the README, in the Kubernetes section?
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay.
Because I was like, I'm trying to like reformat everything in the like the link section, but it's a pain in the ass to do this.
Yeah.
Those tables because they don't really work.
Yeah. Okay. So here we go with the kubectl. Like this. Okay. We have at least kubectl listed, That's not a... Yeah, that should be more or less sufficient, I guess, to play around, but I haven't tried it myself, to be honest.
Okay, Karan, I will update on that Kubernetes stuff, and I have to jump into other discussion. Anyway,
yeah.
Speaking to you, thank you, guys.
Yeah, thank you very much, Satish, for being in the call and contributing. Thanks a lot. Catch up with you later. Take care.
Okay, thank you, Lucas.
Yeah.
Thanks too.
Okay, Lucas, we can actually continue with our next call.
Let me just try to somehow insert my work from the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, sure.
Oh no, I broke the entire thing.
No worries, it's fixable, I guess.
I don't think so, it's too big.
Okay.
No, what is the problem here?
Okay.
Oh. I have no idea what it can be that is causing this.
Okay, actually, I found a bug in layer 0 plan naming. It's actually called community plan. Let me fix it. I hope I will not break your stuff.
You will.
Okay.
But I will discard my stuff because it's too complex and yeah. Have you committed?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Yeah.
But Amplify looks good. I mean, what's wrong there? Just a moment. I will grab some water and we'll be back.
Yeah. Oh, I have to stop the recording.
Oh, yeah, please.